Hello. Hello. I haven't even got my mic on. Forgot I did. Bit silly of me. Whack it up there. Hopefully you can hear me. Good morning. Well, it's morning here. It's a much cooler morning, but to be honest, I've got a bit of a sweat on. Just back from the field. Just made a Slurpee, so cheers. As I'm making this is the 30th, Friday the 30th of August. I've got an email to say, what the hell is wrong with this chair? Hello. To say that my book will be here between 12 noon and 1 p.m. So I'm very, very excited, really excited. I'm going to roll a fag, do all the usual, and do another, my thoughts. Oh, I've got 2 or 3 here. I should have put my bloody glasses on. Dear oh dear, I'm not organised, just wait 1 minute. Okay, good morning. So, we have 2 or 3 here. Let's have a look at that one and that one. I've done that one. So we've got 2 on here. Okay, so Steve Sherilyn says, what are my thoughts on alternative to politics? If they disappeared overnight, how could we keep society in order? Do we need to keep anybody in order? What's order mean? Control? Thumb down? What does order mean? You know, do you mean order as in the a peaceful status quo, you know, just a nice way of being? There's many tribes, probably in the Amazon, etc., etc. They don't have governments, they don't have policies, they don't have police, they don't have control and somebody putting them in order. You know, the order within would be quite normal. It would be a child watching the elders, and that is how they react, and that is how they respond to the world, and ultimately that is how they behave. And if they behave differently, I presume they're taken aside and a stern word or two, you're doing it wrong, watch the elders, this is how you're supposed to behave, you know. And that's that, you know. There should be no beatings, no imprisonments, no killing, whatever, you know. I think if you're peaceful and you've got your own guidelines, your own set of morals, you don't really need to be put in order or policed or governed, if the truth's known, you know. Me in my life, there is police, there is a government. What a shower of shit, but you know, there's a government, there's a queen, and you know, there's laws and rules and regulations and stuff like that. I haven't studied the law. I don't know what I'm allowed to do, what I can possibly get away with. I don't know any of that, but I just live my life on my own moral code. You know, I know that to murder another human being is wrong, so I would never do that. You know, but I haven't read the laws and rules and what have you. I would not sit in my car at 3 a.m. revving the bollocks out of it, because my own moral code would say that would upset the neighbours. I don't go smashing windows around my little hamlet, because that would be wrong. No, it must be against the law, and it's probably, if you studied it, it would be what, antisocial, it would be vandalism, it would be criminal damage, it would be I don't know, because I haven't read it. But myself, inside, feels that that's wrong, so I wouldn't do it. But then I also wouldn't boil my kettle and pour it on my head. You know, just your own common sense tells you what's what. I don't think you need to be put in order. So what did you say, Steve? Thoughts? Oh yeah, thoughts on alternatives to politics. If they disappeared overnight, how could we keep society in order? Really, there are rules, there are regulations, there are laws, there are blah, blah, blah. So if that remained in place, but you got rid of the politicians, but the laws and etc. remained in place, so the police still policed people, health and safety still checked up on things, whatever. Agencies, the council still maintained the roads, and dished out ASBOs if you were naughty or whatever. So I think all that's in place. But the thoughts to alternative politics, if we got rid of them, just got rid of them, and if we went to some kind of computerized politics, and by that, obviously I'm just thinking out aloud, I don't know. If you had your national insurance number, if you had to log in with your national insurance number and vote, and if everything was 10 days, so they said, you got an email through saying 10 days to vote, shall we leave the EU? Yes or no, vote now. And you've got 10 days to vote. So you log in with your national insurance number to prove that it's you, and you click yes or no. Then after the 10 days, it should take 10 seconds to count, and it should go brr, no, or brr, yes, like that. So yes. And then the next vote is, when would you like to leave? You've got a choice of 3 dates, so you have the 3 dates. And then there could be all sorts, couldn't there? There could be on the side, there could be a monetary thing. We currently have 318 billion in the pot, 318 billion on the right hand side. Here's 20 charities that we think we should help. Here's 20 other things. There's schools, there's hospitals, blah blah blah. Pick your favourite 5 out of each group, something like that. So the money would go to where real people think that the money should go to, rather than be squandered. Squandered on the royal family or paying loads of politicians. Now, of course, you still need representatives and what have you, because you've got to have somebody that would go abroad and do the deals. I don't think that could be done online unless the whole world, the whole governments from the whole world were all online. And of course, you could talk via the online whatever. So there must be an alternative to government, because it hasn't worked and it doesn't work. And it really doesn't work, does it? We all know what's happening. You get a new suit comes in and says, right, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that and I'm going to do this. Then they come in and they say, well, I'm not really going to do any of that. And we go, oh, bugger. Oh, well, never mind. And then years later, that suit is exchanged for another suit and another set of lies. And we go, oh, great, they're going to do this, that and the other. And they say, well, I'm not really going to bother. And you go, oh, Christ, never mind. You get my drift, and this is how it's been all the way along. They're in it for themselves, quite clearly. They're very, very rich. But what could we do then? We could have an elected panel rather than a government, couldn't we? If we want real people, to go to countries on our behalf. So the elected panel, they could be, and that could be voted for online, definitely, there's no problem doing that. But there could be trusted people who want to do it, who feel they can make a difference. And there could be a list of 20 come up. So you might have Russell Brand, you might have Richard Branson or Alan Sugar or whatever, Boris Johnson. You might even have him. He may feel that he's worthy of that role, and by voting them in, not voting them, I suppose you are voting, of course you are, because you're doing it online, but by electing, because you look at somebody like Boris Johnson, he is an unelected Prime Minister. It's a ridiculous state of affairs, isn't it? And Theresa May was unelected, you know, by the people. There was no, I didn't vote for Boris, whatever his bloody name is. Nor did you, nor did anybody else. It was a very small amount of people, of his friends, that he drinks with. You know, that's how he got his job. That's it. Not by the people. The people didn't want him, did they? They didn't vote for him. They had no choice. There was no vote. But this way, online, you see, there would always be a vote, always be a chance. So you could have this little elected panel of 20 people, and you could choose 10 of the 20, you know. So if we want to start doing a deal with Iceland, and we decide that we want to send that lot over there for a month to have a chat with everybody and come back with a good deal and what have you, then so be it. So you've got 20 people, you chose 10 go over there, they come back and they say, we worked out 3 deals, and it's, you know, we paid 20 million and we get or we pay 40 million and this happens, or we wait 1 year, and so vote now. And you got 10 days, there's always 10 days to put your vote in, you know, so you choose the best possible option out of the 3. At least it gives you 3 options of everything, you know. It would mean that you're voting probably on a daily basis. So every night the votes would probably open from 7 o'clock till 10 p.m, something like that, you know. Or for 24 hours once a week, every Tuesday for 24 hours, you'd have to vote on 10 different things. So there must be a way of doing it, there must be. But you send these people over there, and if they didn't do what they were supposed to do, the 10 people that you've elected to speak on your behalf, then you fine them. If they lie, if they cheat, if they steal, you then fine them. You fine them, you can imprison them, or you can sling them out the party, and again that could be voted on. Is it really a heinous crime they've done? You know, what should we do with them? Should we do this or this, you know, and get rid of them? So I think you'd have people that really do care, people with a passion, people with a vision, and people knowing that if I don't do my best at this, I'm going to be slung out tomorrow. You know, look at Boris Johnson, you know, whatever he does now, people are just going to shrug and think, oh God, shower of shit, you know. And that's it. That's all. You know, you can't even vote on what he's doing. He's proroguing Parliament. That's what he's going to do, which is, if you look at it, I mean, it's obvious that he was going to do that. But it's also a disgusting thing because nobody's voted for that. He has just decided to do it. Yeah, and that wouldn't happen if there was some sort of an electronic alternative way of voting for everything. You know, and it may be too complicated, maybe too complex, you know, doing it the way I've just said, but I'm only just talking out loud. There could be, and there must be, millions of different ways. There must be. But who knows? Well, actually, I do know what will happen in 50 years' time. It'll be exactly the same. Guaranteed. You'll have that idiot with a stick knocking on the door. Can I come in? And they go in, and they'll all be half asleep going, like that. Because they couldn't give a monkey's. But they've got it made, haven't they? Why change the format? Why change it? Even if people hate it. And of course they don't know, because what's happening is they have a general election and loads of people rush out and vote. Half of them haven't got a clue what they're voting for, but they rush out and vote. It doesn't matter what they vote for, but that vote just says, I believe in the system. This is my chance to have my say. I believe that voting counts, voting matters, voting changes things. That's what they're saying. And of course, it's incorrect. Totally incorrect. And it's been proved, isn't it? They said, you know, Brexit, yes or no? The country said, yes, please. And they said, don't think so. No. Okay. That's just my thought on that, really. I don't know whether you agree or disagree, or whether you've got your own ideas or opinions or whatever, but it's all good. It's all good to explore things in your mind. And if you happen to be watching this video and the year is 2050, don't forget to vote tonight. You know, vote your parliament in or out, or your elected few souls that do care. You know, I mean, it'd be a funny situation really, because eventually there won't be money. We won't have money, so we won't have the real big worries over money that I think the majority of voting, and the majority of manifestos, and the majority of speeches, and the majority of meetings is about money. It's just purely about money. You know, most people, I think, in this country, if somebody said, I'm going to halve the taxes, you know, and give everybody, I don't know, 2,000 quid a month or whatever, you know, as a freebie, that person would get into power. Now, that person might be a complete lunatic. I mean, they already are, we know that, but they may be even worse. But money speaks, doesn't it? So when we haven't got money, that'd be quite an interesting thing, really, because they're not going to be arguing about where they're spending money. I'll have to wait and see. So hello to everybody in 2050, by the way. My name's Bry. This is how we used to live. We used to drink Slurpee and we used to have fags. Hey, I suppose now it's 2050, smoking's illegal, isn't it? Coffee's illegal. Yeah, it's because of what we did to you. We're sorry about that. We are sorry. We kept voting stuff in. Alright, take care. Cheers. Be well. Ta-ra then.